Welcome to another edition of Saturday Tajhammer. We are prepping for Adepticon, and today I'm bringing a kind of a competitive Nurgle Demon / Death Guard list. Michael's going to bring his Knights and Cadia. We're both getting ready to train Chris up for his Orc army, so we're trying to put together some competitive lists to see how we do and kind of learn and be ready. So apologies in advance. We are proxying quite a few things today, so under our normal Tajhammer standards for painted units. But here we've got my Nurgle Demon detachment. I am bringing a Feculent Narmal and 3 Nurglings. I've got my Poxwalker units proxying in for 2 units of 30 Plague Bearers. And my 2 HQs are going to be a Sloppity Bilepiper and Spoilpox Scrivener. So that is my Demon Battalion. And then we've got a Vanguard Death Guard detachment here with Typhus. We are trying out the Blightlord Bomb. I could only afford 7 of them. We've got a Melta. We've got a Flail of Corruption. And then we've got a Blight Launcher, and then 4 guys with Combi Bolters. We've got 2 Hellbrutes, both with a Combi Bolter and a Las Cannons. And then for our Spearhead, we've got 3 Plague Burst Crawlers with Entropy Cannons, and my Warlord will be the Chaos Lord, and we are doing the Fugaris Helm and the Arch Contaminator that all of our fans will be familiar with, letting me reroll all failed wound rolls with Plague Weapons. So there we've got 2,000 points of Death Guard and Nurgle Demons. So there we go.
And here's the Imperium side of today's matchup. We've got ourselves the Loyal 32 with some accoutrement. Sorry about this unpainted company commander. I know we have higher standards, but we're in training mode for the War Boss. So here are 3 guard squads, each one with a heavy bolter. Got ourselves a grenade launcher in 2 of them, and a flamer in another one, because we're looking at you orcs. These 2 company commanders got a plasma pistol, and we've got a staff, which is exciting, a bolt pistol and a power sword. We've got a mortar team, a hellhound, because orcs like to get bathed in flame. We've got ourselves a Knight Crusader, got an Iron Storm missile pod, an Avenger Gatling cannon that he is actually replaced with the Relic version for ACP, a thermal cannon. And then we've got our Warlord, the Knight Castellan. His Relic is actually, I can't remember it, it's Armor of the Sainted Ion, and we took the Warlord trait, Blessed by the Sacristans. Then we have a Knight Paladin here with a Rapid Fire Battle Cannon and a Chainsword. But this is your Imperium lineup for today. All right, here is a deployment video overview, I should say. But here are the Poxwalker Plague Bearer proxies with this amazing Feculent Narmal. We've got a Sloppity Bilepiper proxy and another Demon HQ I don't remember. Then we've got our Dusk Raider variant of Plague Burst Mortar and the other variations that still give me nightmares. A couple Hellbrutes, Nurglings in a suspicious triangle formation with a Chaos Lord, and this is how they deploy. There is an objective on a pile, under a pile of Nurglings, I should say, but that's how Chaos has deployed. On the Imperium side, this is what we're looking like. Hellhound on the flank, Guard Squad to the fore, Knights behind. Guard Squad up here trying to die for the Emperor. Guard Squad here, and very open flank for Blightlord Bomb right over this way. And then we've got a Knight Paladin. We're gonna see how it shakes out. Learning the list is gonna be interesting. Gonna be a lot of lessons learned on both sides, but here we go, turn 1, going to Chaos. So we'll be back soon.
End of Chaos, turn 1. Middle of the road turn, did some fairly successful shooting with the mortars over on Mr. Knight there. We took 10 wounds, so that'll be good for a point in Titan Slayer. Las Cannons got shut down. We did some hitting, didn't wound sometimes, and then when we did, Michael had that 5-up save. We did charge in with the Plague Bearers over there. We did wipe out 9 guardsmen, but 1 guy is still alive, so that was a big morale roll. I did not get a point for killing a unit this turn, so that's unfortunate and great for Michael. And then Mr. Knight over there did heroically intervene with his Hawk Shroud special powers after also overwatching me. These Plague Bearers are resilient though, and we lost only 3 total in the turn, so we are good to go. We've got 1 point, did kill a unit, that's big. Imperium turn coming up.
All right, we're going to try to capture everything that just happened in Imperium turn 1. The story are these Plague Bearers. Very, very, very difficult to shift.
Grandfather provides.
As Denman just said, the grandfather provides. But long dramatic story short, a lot of shooting went into them. We killed 12. They're quite resilient. But in more exciting news, we did thermal cannon 1 Brutus to death, got him. And we did snake some wounds off of the central Plague Burst mortar, which was a success. And then we used the Oathbreaker guidance system from the Castellan on the Chaos Lord, and we did kill him in 1 shot there. So that was good, fun, and exciting. But yeah, here's where we stand at the end of the first turn. A lot of shooting, a lot of difficult to shift Plague Bearers, 1 tiny little Brutus Floof, and then some scary Plague Burst mortars. But here we go, Chaos turn 2.
All right, Todgehammer fans, welcome to the end of the Nurgle turn 2. Things have gone our way so far. First off, let's talk about Plague Bearers and our morale. Got really fortunate last morale, rolled a 1, reality blinked, rolled a d6 and got 6 Plague Bearers back alive. That's clutch. Kept us up to 21 models, so we're still getting all of those kinds of things. We moved over here and we ended up charging into the Knight, formerly a Brutus that was here, MVP of the Death Guard so far. We did some shooting. We took 7 wounds off of our las cannons. Then we charged in and did 9 wounds heroically on this Knight, and before sacrificing ourselves, and we got Chain Reaper sorted pretty bad. So that's where that floof is, but we'll take that for 17 wounds off of a Knight. These Plague Bearers are just kind of chilling right now, holding down the board, and then we've got our mortars. We did concentrated fire over there on Mr. Character Knight. We did another 11 wounds, so we finally got him down to his lower stat line, which is going to be big for us. Then over here, our Blight Lord bomb did come out this time. We decided to be a little sassy and go over here in Michael's deployment area to try to get some points. We shot some guardsmen, we shot some mortars, killed the mortars, killed 4 guardsmen, and now we're planning to just kind of hang out and try to get some points, maybe mosey over to that objective. We were hoping to make that charge, but accidentally killed all the mortars in the shooting phase. Typhus is over here with the boys as well. We did get Miasma of Pestilence and Blades of Putrefaction off, so we're pretty buffed up and ready to go. And then Typhus, looking kind of scary, but we rolled a 7-inch charge, so failed charge on the company commander. And so that is how we stand at the end of Chaos turn 2.
End of Imperium turn 2 feels like turn 7. Star of the show is this Plague Burst mortar. Mortarion made, Mortarion designed, and it definitely shows. So Castellan shot him. He didn't care about that too much. Castellan shit the bed. The Knight Paladin then charged both of the Plague Burst mortars over there. Took some wounds, but didn't do super great. A lot of great saving rolls and DR rolls. This gentleman here charged these Plague Bearers, Plague Bearer proxies, and killed 1, stomped 1 to death. Apparently when you're on your lowest bracket, even a Hawk Shroud, you don't stomp super well. I guess there's the sparks everywhere, but here's where we stand at the moment. The Imperium does hold this objective because we have more models within 3 inches. Over here is a problem. Typhus and some Blight Lord bomb. But Here's our Castellan. Did wound ourselves twice because we supercharged the plasma in order to be on 4s instead of 5s on that Plague Burst Mortar. And here's kind of where we stand. We did end up killing a total of 7 Plague Bearers, which was great. Hold 2 objectives, that was cool. Didn't destroy any units, but game is in the balance? Upward inflection question mark? Going into Chaos, turn 3.
All right, the end of Chaos, turn 3. Lots to report here. I think Plague Bears really stepped it up a notch. We fell back out of combat with the mortars here. We tried to do a little screening with this guy that's still alive. The Nurglings heroically charged into the night as a distraction. They died for their valiant effort, but that was fun. On a brighter note, these Plague Bearers surrounded this knight. We had 20 attacks coming in, and did manage to take his last 3 wounds. Michael played a stratagem, tried to explode and kill all of us, but just couldn't get the roll, needed a 4. Dice gods have not been kind on the CPUs, so he did not blow up and do 2d6, wounds or something to me, so thank you, dice gods. Over here, other Plague Bearers moved up, and we did take out the guardsman. The sergeant was left over, but he decided to peace out in morale. And over here, the Blight Lord Bomb and Typhus is just earning a point this turn, I should say, for for being in the opponent's deployment zone. But we did get our spells off, so we're Miasma'd, and we've got the Blades of Putrefaction, so we'll see how that goes. But lots happening for just turn 3, so that's where we stand.
End of Imperium turn 3. Castellan semi kind of redeemed. Took some shots at the super wounded Plague Burst Mortar on the far side there in front of the Knight Paladin. Did 15 wounds, only needed to do 3, I think, and got him, so that was awesome. He blew up and did 3 wounds to the Knight Paladin, so a little give and take, I suppose. He also fired his Siegebreaker cannons at the Blight Lords and actually got one, so that was cool, great success. Then over here, this brave sergeant and this company commander shot at these Plague Bearers, which are an absolute nightmare. Sarge was apparently a little scared, trying to clean his pants out, but the company commander showed him how it was done with a plasma pistol shot, killed one. Hellhound killed a couple too with the Inferno cannon. These gentlemen up here also took some shots at the Plague Bearer squad, killed a couple there. All in all, we killed 8, which compared to the balance of this game was a pretty big success. This Knight Paladin did try to kill that hurt guy, didn't. Tried to charge on the other side of the floof. There's another Plague Bear's Mortar. Tried to charge him, hefty charge, did not make it, but I think he took a wound for his trouble in Overwatch. Here is where we stand going on into Chaos turn 4. They are winning on secondaries, and we're pretty close on the main objective, but secondaries, they're in the lead, so we're gonna see how this turns out.
End of Chaos turn 4. Just a little peek at the Nurgle Garden we've got here. Plague Burst Mortars able to not be charged in our shooting phase, so we were able to get some shots on this knight that was here. We're able to sneak the last few wounds off of him with our mortars, and then we consolidated a little bit with our Plague Bearers here just around the tree, having a nice little picnic. These Plague Bearers just consolidated around this objective. The Blight Lords over there went in, did some shooting on the company commander, and then charged in. His day did not end well. Typhus is just kind of chilling in the back, giving miasma to these guys because they're still kind of a problem right there, but we have got this other objective, so as of now, we're on 2 objectives, and that's how we stand for Chaos turn 4. End of Imperium turn 4. It's all about the castle in this turn. Shooting phase, really took it out of these Blight Lord Terminators, killed 4 of them, moved in with our Stompy Feet, and we were able to save the Stompy Feet attacks. Fought back, didn't do any wound to the Castellan, so he is still going strong over here. On the other side, did some shooting. This guard squad took 3 Plague Bearers out. Hellhound moved in, tried to do some melee. This captain tried to do some melee, and when it's all said and done, squared off 2 versus 2 here. Nobody gets this objective. So this is how we stand at the end of Imperium, turn 4. End of Chaos, turn 5. Guys, we've got our 2 mortars here. The Hellhound is in combat. The Knight Castellan is in combat, so we had no choice but to shoot 4 entropy cannons, 8 heavy slugger shots, and 2 plague burst mortars, all of these guardsmen there, and we killed one of them with all that firepower. So, yeah, that happened. Other than that, plague bearers just kind of shimmied over, and Typhus over here on the Castellan, you might notice, is no longer on the board, but he did heroically charge in. On the Castellan, we got Blades of Putrefaction off on ourselves, and then we did 6 wounds on the Castellan, and then the Castellan fought back and killed Typhus. So, very heroic. We took 6 wounds. Oh, also fun fact, we smited before. We perils, got boxcars though, so we kept it and did 1 mortal wound to ourselves, but we did 6 mortal wounds on the Castellan. So Typhus came to party, 6 wounds on the smite, 6 wounds with the Man Reaper. May he rest in peace in the warp. We'll be back. End of Imperium, turn 5. This Castellan Knight is the king of his domain. The Blightlord Terminators are no more. Typhus is no more. Hoscat still has 11 wounds, so he's still going strong. He's got this objective back here. Feeling good about it. Over here, the Plague Bearers and the Hellhound and the Company Commander continue to stare each other down. Nobody hurt anybody during the fighting phase. And so that is the conclusion of Imperium, turn 5.
Do it.
All right, that is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Scenario 2, cut to the heart. The score, Chaos 23, Imperium 16. So we called it at the end of turn 5. So ITC prep, Adepticon prep continues. We are getting ready. The war boss is going to be ready. So scenario 2, Chaos victorious.